Jay, what's up, buddy? You're muted. Oh, you're muted. You gotta get that line through your mic, bottom of the screen.
Am I coming in clear? Thank you.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. So I was the crazy guy calling in with the on again, off again girl, on again, off again.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was the super.
The pencil sharpener response.
Yes, the pencil sharpener. Yes, don't go and stick your dick in a pencil sharpener. Absolutely. Okay, so on again, off again for 6 years.
Yeah. So what happened is I'm a lawyer. I'm fairly successful. I've got 6 figures. I'm in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have FU money, but other than that, I think I'm checking all the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And so after several years of marriage, my wife, who was another lawyer, who happened to be 3 or 4 times more net worth than I am,
mm-hmm.
The marriage. It was sort of like we were a partnership with children. And I guess I had a classic midlife crisis.
Mm.
Met this beautiful Latina woman. And so sort of literally ran off with her with my motorcycle, Harley Davidson, of course.
Mm.
And, the first year, she was exactly like everything you described about the genuine desire. She was looking at me when we took photos together. On my 45th birthday, she literally took 45 candles and put them on a cake. She came into my frame.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that because of my financial situation, I didn't want to get divorced because. Are
you still married to your ex?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the thing. So this has been on again, off again for 5 years. So she's a devout. She claims. I think she is. She's a very devout Catholic Latina. She prays every day. Burns candles and that sort of thing. And she was like, "Oh, you're just being manipulated by your ex-wife, so I'm leaving."
Mm-hmm.
And I even my own mother was like, "I can see both sides of the story." I didn't want to get divorced yet because we're still working out issues financially and between our children.
Mm-hmm.
And she would get psycho jealous of my kids. She'd call my ex-wife an ape, and she doesn't want to meet 2 of my 3 children. And frankly, I'm so scared of her. You know how Latina women are, not to be racist, but she was super jealous, even of my children. My daughter's cat was staying at my place, and she got so jealous of the cat when I was petting the cat, like she threw the cat off the couch one time. But
so why are we even having this conversation, dude? Like, why is it like because she's hot, she's pretty, and she lets you touch her boobies? Like, why? Like, why are you putting up with this?
Is that an answer? Is that a question where the answer is contained within the question?
Maybe it is. Maybe it's so obvious.
I'm put up with a red flag store, brother.
I'm always blown away by like the level of like dude at like lawyer. Obviously, like my ex-wife's a lawyer, so I know what they have to go through to get that degree and like work that job and all that sort of shit. So it's like, like you're a smart guy and you see red flags. They're going in a box that says this is a box of red flags, and you still want to hang out with the red flags anyway, right? Like it's like she's telling you what she's about, right? You've got to be able to do better. You got to be able to hold yourself to higher standards is really what it just boils down to, right? Like, why would you invite this crazy bitch into your life? Like, you already have a ex-wife. You've got kids that you're trying to raise. How old are the kids?
So I've got a daughter that's 23, and she's on her way to being a successful lawyer.
Okay, so she's an adult.
7. Yeah, she's 7. She's a son who's 18, who's off at business school,
yeah.
And a daughter that's 11. And I haven't even introduced her to my younger children, just my older daughter, and she does sort of think she's a bit crazy. But here's the thing. Okay, call me crazy, but she definitely had genuine desire for me. And one of the red flags you talked about was daddy issues. And she has an extremely good relationship with her father.
Who cares? Who cares, man? She's already told you what she's all about with even the red flags that you've talked about right now. I'm sure there's dozens more, that you just haven't gotten to or you don't want to talk about. Go ahead, John.
Well, here's the major thing, right? Is that from her perspective, right? She is always going to be that mistress because your time and attention is devoted elsewhere, predominantly to your ex-wife, but mostly, even though that's going on, it's like to your children. So in her eyes, you're always going to be that like secondary mistress, right? And girls, they want to be number one, right? They want to be that number one spot of
How old is
attention,
she?
of intimacy.
So I'm 52 and she's 40, about 45 or so,
Do you
47.
have any kids?
She has one son who's 19 years old. Her father, the father of her son, is in Germany, and he's pretty much a hardcore alcoholic. Sits around all day and drinks beer.
Well, she
But her
chose him
son
as a
turned out
father.
okay. Sorry.
Well, she chose him as a father. I mean, I'm pretty sure she knew that when she, had a kid with him.
So I mean, it's not. There's no real clear like pathway. Because again, best case scenario, right? If you finalize your divorce with your ex, and then you get with her, you still have your children, and you have your children for life. If she's still jealous of those, best case scenario, you're still with this girl that's always going to be.
Dude, she's jealous of your daughter's cat.
Yeah,
the fucking
vying for your
cat.
affections and affections over your lifelong commitment.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Like, does that sound weird when I say it back to you? Like, my girlfriend is jealous of my
just 2 days
cat.
ago, she flicked the cat in the nose.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, dude, any human being that's like abusive to an animal, and I don't even like cats, but
that's serial killer shit.
Yeah, like it's like fucked up shit. Like that's bunny boiler stuff, right? Like you're gonna come home and find a cat in the pot one day.
Yeah. So again, look at your best case scenario, right? Best case upside scenario. The biggest issue, right, is you're still jealous of your affection and your relationship with your kids. That's not going anywhere. So best case scenario, you still have to deal with this exact same scenario that you have, even if when your divorce is finalized or whatever. So there is no real best case scenario upside for you.
You're probably going to make out okay with your divorce because she does better than you. But generally speaking, like, I'm guessing she probably doesn't make as much money as you, this Latino chick.
No, she's unemployable. And
she's unemployed?
No, I paid for her training to become a medical pedicurist.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Doesn't want to go to class even. No, she's really good at hanging out at the apartment and talking to her friends.
Dude.
Dead weight.
Come on, man. You're smarter than this. You're way smarter than this.
Okay.
Do not do this.
All right. Final question before. How about this? Is it? I got a buddy of mine. He's a triathlete. He's very successful. And a few years ago, I was at a dinner party, and he's probably 60 years old. He's got some gray hair, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Hello, this is my girlfriend, not my daughter." And she was like this 24-year-old beautiful Ukrainian. And he goes, and because the guy's still married. So here's the thing I'm wondering, guys, how crazy is this? Okay, marriage is an unconscionable contract, but in my current situation, because my current wife is actually quite wealthy, and I actually could have, from a financial point of view, staying with her, even if we're separated, one day I could hit the jackpot. How strange is that to like stay married for financial reasons? And in a certain sense, it's good for the children because we're not legally divorced. I don't know. I mean, have you ever seen that?
For the children?
Well, because it's not creating trauma, and my daughter from my first marriage can still stay at the house with my daughter from my current marriage.
Okay, you've been married twice.
Yeah, I've been married twice. That's right.
And you're talking about doing it a third time.
No. Actually, Rich, one of the things burned in my brain is the marriage is an unconscionable contract.
Okay, so I mean, like you're not
that
thinking
makes
about
a lot of sense.
But I mean, like you like the idea of a hot young Ukrainian bride. They're on sale right now, by the way. There's lots of refugees out there.
Well, no, I'm giving you not that I'm into Ukrainian young brides. I'm talking about my elderly friend here who stayed. He said he stayed married for financial reasons. I mean, that's that's the question. Have you?
Okay, so
in your experience.
Okay, to that question, I mean, you're talking about should I make myself my own mental point of origin, and if staying married to your wife for the kids, for financial reasons, for dealing with the assets or whatever. I mean, you're talking about untying this over here to invite a crazy bitch that doesn't work and doesn't want to work into your life that flicks your cat's nose, right? Like, I mean, you've got like, even though you're not with your wife, you've got a family with her and you have assets that you've built together. I've seen people like, basically split up the family. And they keep the matrimonial assets, together just for the sake of the estate and the kids, because it just makes better sense. Like if you're going to go and get remarried to another chick and then you've got all the stuff to deal with the estate and all that sort of stuff. And if she's still on title, like you've got a chalet, you've got a cottage, you've got a home, you got a condo down at the beach sort of thing. Like if you've built a life like this and there's an ecosystem, then if it makes better sense for you guys logically, like on paper, like from a legal perspective to maintain that, but your marriage is no longer a marriage, who cares? And who cares what she thinks? You know, if she's like, oh, you're still married or whatever, it's like, well, it's on paper, but we don't.
That's what I said 1,000 times. It's paper. And she was like, no, I can't stand it.
Or I mean, again, like
I'll tell you why. It's because she's 45. She's old. She knows that her eggs are dried up. She has no other value to any other man. So she has to lock you down. She has to lock you down, right? She's got nothing going on in her world, right? She doesn't have a fucking job. She doesn't want to work. She sees this like lottery ticket, you, and it's like if she can untether you from that life, and then she can get her meat hooks into you, she's taken care of. Yep. She doesn't give a fuck about you. I mean, she's flicking your kid's cat's nose, dude.
Well said.
Yeah, she cares more about the potential investment in protecting like her lifestyle being funded than actually you know.
Yeah. Well, she even said that. She goes, I need more security.
Good. Fuck off then.
Yeah,
go find some other guy.
Go more security. Yeah.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about going for a woman closer to my age and closer to my career path. You know, and not playing with the younger.
Have you read my book?
Yes, I have. I haven't read it twice, but I have read it.
Go find a hot 30-year-old.
Yeah, like you know, for a guy like you, you've already got a family, you've already got kids, so basically, what is it you're looking for is intimacy, companionship, friendship. You know, if you can find that too as well, if it complements your life, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So as soon as you deal with women while you're dating that violate any of your basic rules, it's out. I don't care if she's a hot Latino with a fat ass. It doesn't matter. It doesn't like none of that stuff matters, dude. Like you don't need any of that headache, any of that chaos in your life. You already know that though.
Early 30s. Like 20s, early 30s. Don't go looking for a 50-year-old broad. 28 to 32.
Well,
whatever, you know, 25, 35, it doesn't matter. Like as long as she's not complicating your life the way that this one is.
Yeah. No, I think I need to.
And it's hard and fast. Like, you know, she's not looking to lock herself in your life. She's not looking for a marriage. So, I mean, you might find that a 28-year-old hottie that wants nothing to do with anything else but just a friends with benefits, maybe that works. It might be a 38-year-old chick that's divorced, that divorce raped her husband, has more money than God, has more money than you, but digs your vibe. You're professional. You look like good arm candy because you guys can go to professional events together. Hey, here's Jay Toenail.
O'Neill. Sorry,
O'Neill.
O'Neill.
Jay Toenail, the lawyer, whatever. You know, here's my arm candy. You're going to look good on her arm, and she's probably never going to want to marry you anyway because she's already got her shit, and she knows that if she marries you, then she's going to expose her wealth to you, sort of thing. So, I mean, like you could look at it from different angles, but all that it boils down to is do what's best for you. That's what mental point of origin means, right? You don't sacrifice. Stop playing Captain Save-A-Ho. Okay, like this is what you're doing with this Latino chick, playing Captain Save-A-Ho. Let her live with her bad choices from her lifestyle. You have your life. You have your kids to raise. You have your wealth to protect. Do that. I mean, like, what does your ex-wife say about all this? I'm sure she's had a opinion about your.
I mean, it's really weird. She's like, don't ask, don't tell. You know, I live on the other side of town, and I've been living with her on again and off again for 6 years. In between that, I was dating other women.
Yeah.
You know, following your advice and, you know, other gentlemen's advice, Rollo Tomasi, I really got a lot out of that. You know, I've been hitting the gym hard. I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I got the V shape going. I got Harley Davidson. I play drums in a band. You know, the only thing I'm missing out of the checklist is the FU money. I'm working on that, but not quite there.
Okay.
And, you know, so I've got options. And I'm very familiar with the term one-itis. I've had one-itis probably 6 times in my life. So there you go. You know, I've learned that.
Well, I mean, you've got it right now for this chick because, I mean, you're making a lot of excuses for her bad behaviors, right?
Yeah. And again, look at your best case scenario with this girl. Like your best case scenario is not that great.
Well, that's the psycho thing is I'm wondering if I'm the problem, not her.
You are a problem, yeah.
Well, you're enabling it, right? Because it's like she's doing this. And
she's a separate problem that shouldn't be your problem. But the problem that you have is that you don't have high enough standards for yourself in what it is that you're willing to tolerate with a good woman. I mean, the show topic is what is a good woman? This woman's not a good woman, and you're asking about marrying her in the super chat. And it's like, might as well stick your dick in a pencil sharpener while you're at it too, right?
Yeah, because I mean the thing is, right? You can walk, like, if this is a restaurant, right, that keeps serving you bad food, it's burnt, it's making you sick, the chicken's raw.
Not going to the damn restaurant.
You can get up and leave that restaurant. You don't have to eat there. There's a lot of other restaurants around the street. So why would you sit there and continuously stay at this restaurant and then could contemplate like, oh, maybe I should like be an active investor in this restaurant, start buying shares in it? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah, this has been superbly helpful. Thanks, Rich and the gang.
Thank you.
Love your show, and I'm going to keep listening. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Hey, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that short clip. If you did, consider supporting the creation of content by checking out my supplement line. Pinned in the top comment below of this video in the comments, there's a link to the unpluggedalpha.com/shop. When you click through, you'll be able to land over here, and the entire lineup is broken down by category that it performs best in: estrogen metabolism, fat burning, your foundational essentials for health, immune health, performance, and testosterone support. If you check out with coupon code ALPHA10, you'll get 10% off on your first order. There's also the option to use the subscribe and save model, where regular shipments will be sent over to you on a regular basis, and that gives you a little bit of a discount, and your supplement facts are always broken down over here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And again, check out that link. It's pinned in the top comment below in this video. Peace out.